Terence Crawford versus Israil Madrimov goes down this weekend. And yes, I'm going to be going through all of the card and doing my prediction and breakdown for every single one of them. Crawford, Israil Madrimov, massive event. Riyadh season, USA. We've got to go through the whole card, predict every single fight. Massive card. I cannot wait. I'll be doing an all-nighter for this one. Unbelievable card. There's not one fight that you can miss on this card. Absolutely unreal once again from Turkey Al-Sheikh to put this together. Massive card. Can't wait. So yes, we're going to be starting bottom to top, starting with Stephen Nelson versus Marcos Rodriguez. Two unbeaten guys going at it here. Interesting one. Super middleweight division. I'm going to be going with Stephen Nelson to win this fight. I think he'll be able to beat Marcos Rodriguez down. I don't think he'll knock him out. Stephen Nelson has got big power, but I think he'll end up probably beating Rodriguez down for 10 rounds. I think Rodriguez is a real tough guy. Rodriguez will probably be able to dish out some good punishment of his own. So, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think Stephen Nelson will probably end up outworking Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez will probably tire as the fight gets later on. I think Nelson probably will as well, but I think he'll have enough in the gas tank, and I think Nelson will do enough early in order to be able to get the win over Marcos Rodriguez. So I'm going to be going with Stephen Nelson via unanimous decision to win this fight over 10 rounds. I think it's an interesting one, but no, I think Stephen Nelson, they're trying to build him up as much as they can. I think he's a good name, to be fair. He's got some decent wins on the record. 15 KOs out of 19 wins. It's getting better and better, and I think Rodriguez is a decent name to have on the record for Stephen Nelson. I think he'll get the win here. Here we go. Next up, we have got Ziad versus Mikhail Balik. Ziad will win this fight. He's a good Saudi up-and-comer, to be fair. He's a very good boxer. Boxes well behind the jab. Good footwork. He's got that. He's very good with the solid fundamentals that he's got, to be fair. I think, it'll take a bit of time to build Ziad up. But, he's only going to be getting better and better. I feel like, he's always been stuck on these big cards. I believe he's been on some Saudi undercards. He's been on Usyk Fury. Sorry, not Usyk Fury. I think he might be on that, actually. He was on Usyk Joshua as well. He's been on I think he was on the Battle of the Baddest as well. He's been on some Saudi cards. He can box well. I think, he was on Fury Usyk, I'm sure. But, he can box well. He's had some good performances. I think he'll get a decision win here. I think he's only got one knockout out of his wins, but I think we'll see a good performance from Ziad, to be fair. I think he'll box his way to win. Okay, next up, we have got Andy Cruz against Antonio Moran. Andy Cruz winning this fight all day long. Let's be real. Very, very, very good boxer. The guy is ridiculously quick. Olympic bronze medalist. It just says everything about the guy. He's fantastic. Chuck him into these fights because obviously, he's got all the Olympics and stuff behind him. Big fight for him. This Cruz should win. He has got power in his hands. He's got power in his hands to hurt you, Cruz. He hasn't got big one punch knockout power, but he has got power in order to back you up, hurt you, beat you down, and just completely outbox you, to be fair. He's ridiculously quick, Andy Cruz. He's very unpredictable with his work as well. I don't see him losing this fight. Again, I see another decision win here for Andy Cruz. I think Moran seems like a tough guy. He's durable, but Moran's going to come and win no matter, no doubt about it. Moran's going to come and win. But Andy Cruz is just on a different level to a lot of these guys. And I feel like it's not going to take him long till he's really, really, really high up in a world champion in the lightweight division 100%. He's going to 100% be a champion in the next few years or so. He doesn't need many more fights until he's eventually there, in my opinion. He basically already is. He's fighting for the international title, IBF international title. He's going to be there very, very soon. He's a ridiculously good boxer, got a very, very, very good boxing IQ. There's big, big, big things coming for the guy, 100%. Going with unanimous decision, Andy Cruz. Next up, we've got David Morel versus Kalajic. Again, I don't think it's really competitive. I think it's a one-sided fight. I think David Morel's just going to walk him down. We saw in the Bertavia fight that Kalajdzic has. I mean, Kalajdzic is a good, durable guy overall, to be fair. We saw in the Bertavia fight, though, that he hates pressure. He absolutely hates the pressure. Can't do. He can't deal with a pressure fighter, in my opinion, and that's going to be difficult against Morel. Morel, he's good from range, but he's very good on the inside. He can just walk you down quite well and put his combinations together. His movements on a different level as well. Just an all-round fantastic fight. Morel, he can just easily just beat you down, works the body well, very good downstairs. He can pop up upstairs. He's very, very unpredictable with his work, very accurate with his shots as well. He can't really miss, and Kalajdzic won't be able to deal with him. Kalajdzic doesn't really like real big, high-volume fighters, and that's what David Morel is. And he's a really, really, really ridiculously high-level guy, David Morel. He's only building himself up even more. I think David Morel should win this fight. I really do not think that we will. I really don't think that we'll see Kalajdzic be able to deal with the pressure that David Morel's going to bring. He's going to beat Morel's going to beat him down 100%. I think Morel's going to get him out of there as well. I'm going to say round 5, David Morel. I think Morel's just going to beat him down to that body. He's too unpredictable. He's really going to overwhelm Kalajdzic. It wouldn't surprise me if Kalajdzic's corner ends up pulling him out after the beating that David Morel's going to give him. That's my opinion. I forgot Anderson versus McCauley. I've already gone past that one. I went past it. Right, we're here now. Anderson versus McCauley. Can't believe I was wondering where I was, but somehow I missed it and went past it. I'm going with Anderson to win. I think he should. The thing is with Marcin Bacoli is that he just seems like to just plod forward, stand still. He hasn't really got much footwork behind him. Bacoli does put his shots together well, though. He has got surprisingly really quick hands for his size, to be fair. And Bacoli can hurt you. He can put shots together well, and he's quick and can be unpredictable. But Anderson, I think, moves too well for Bacoli, to be fair. I think Anderson's got good footwork. He does seem to be light on his feet. Anderson does pivot well. He can create some decent angles, to be fair. He does get a lot of criticism, Anderson. He does. And, understandably so at times, but he is overly criticised. But, I do get how you can criticise him because, he looked poor in his last fight against Murray. But, he can box well, and that's what he's going to do here. Bacoli, I think will be a bit of a punching bag for Anderson. People will probably laugh it off, but I think Anderson moves quite well. I think Bacoli will plod forward and move into a lot of Anderson shots, in my opinion. Anderson's got big power. He is explosive at unpredictable times. Anderson is accurate with his shots, and I think Bacoli will struggle with it. Do I think Anderson will knock him out? I think he can. And I also feel like, there has to be a real fighter to bring back that killer instinct from Anderson. Because, at times we haven't really seen the killer instinct from Anderson in his last 2-3 fights. But I think Bacoli can bring that out of Anderson. We'll see the best Anderson here. And I think Anderson will end up getting a late stoppage. 12 rounds. I'm gonna say round 9 Anderson. I think he's just gonna break him down round by round. I don't see Bacoli be able to pick many rounds here. I think it'll be one-sided as well. I think Anderson would be dominating behind that jab as well. Anderson's very good at range, and he's going to be beating him down to the body. That's what he's going to do. He's really going to beat Bacoli down to the body. And he's eventually going to explode on him, get him out of there, to be fair. Bacoli's going to gas as it goes later on as well. It's only going to favour Anderson in the later rounds. He'll be able to beat him down early, outbox him early, and he'll get Bacoli out of there. Brutal knockout, in my opinion, because Bacoli will slow down and get brutally knocked out. That's what I'm saying. Bacoli can look good against, low-level competition, but, we saw in that Carlos Takam fight, Bacoli can really be troubled. So there we go. And then we suddenly jump all the way up to Ruiz and Miller because we've already done the Andy Cruz and Morel fight. Right, who's going to win this one? In this build-up, I've been thinking Israil Miller. But if you look at him off the PEDs, you look at that Lucas Brown fight and you look at that Daniel Dubois fight, Israil Miller looks so sloppy. He just walks in, to shots, kind of throws himself into his opponent's shots quite a bit as well. He can trouble you, but, he's not very good later in, like, the later rounds anymore like he was when he was on the PEDs. But the thing is with Andy Ruiz is that he's been out for 2 years. He got dropped by bloody Areola. He was getting wobbled a lot against Ortiz. He does leave himself open a lot for counters. Andy Ruiz Jr. does. Miller's got a good chin and Miller's tough. I really do question the chin of Andy Ruiz. That's the big thing. I really do. I don't question the chin of many Mexicans, but I do for Andy Ruiz. Should I stick with Miller? Miller's so sloppy, though, and can get caught by those quick shots from Ruiz. But he has got a good chin. Oh, bloody hell. Ruiz has been really inactive, though, and that could cost him. I'm going to go with Jarrell Miller. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jarrell Miller to win. I'm going to go with Jarrell Miller. It's a really tough one, though. It's a really bloody tough one. The inactivity, I think, is going to cost Ruiz, and I just don't trust his chin. And Miller can be quick up close as well. He does look more sluggish, but Miller, I think he's got that power as well, which can really trouble Andy Ruiz. He's got that power in his hands, which can trouble him. We saw him really hurt Daniel Dubois as well, though. And still, though, we saw him hurt Brown. I think Miller's going to knock out Andy Ruiz. I'm going to say it's going to be around 6. I think Jarrell Miller's going to stop him. He's going to stop him. That's what I'm going to say. I think Ruiz will look good. He'll hurt Miller a bit, but I think Miller eventually will break him down. I think Miller eventually gets to where he wants to be. I'm not fully confident on the prediction, but I just question that chin of Andy Ruiz. And he's been out for so long as well, but Miller is ridiculously sluggish, though. He's really sluggish. I think he'll do it. But it's so difficult. They're both quick on the inside, but Miller's been looking sluggish ever since he's been off the PEDs. But Andy Ruiz is so inactive, and I question his heart and I question his chin. I think Miller wins. I think Miller wins. I really don't know how Andy Ruiz is going to look here, and he's looked poor recently. Yes, he's dropped Luis Ortiz 3 times in his last one 2 years ago, but Luis Ortiz got dropped twice by Charles Martin. Like, Ortiz can't defend himself to save his life. Miller's going to win because Miller can fight with a good high guard as well. He can defend himself. He can be sluggish with his offense, though, but he still hits hard. The power's always there from Miller. And Ruiz, again, I question his chin. Miller's winning it, in my opinion. He'll drop him before he stops him as well. That's what I'm saying. Okay, next up, we're on to Isaac Pitbull Cruz, one of my favorites right now, versus Jose Valenzuela. Isaac Cruz is going to absolutely kill this man. You just look at that Edwin De Los Santos fight. Isaac Cruz Pitbull's going to wreck him. Pitbull's going to absolutely wreck Valenzuela. I can't say the bloody name. Isaac Cruz is going to wreck him 100%. He's just going to walk through him. He's going to win in the second round. Valenzuela just takes too much punishment, in my opinion. And you would hate to have someone like Isaac Cruz just walking you down. It's going to end early. It's going to end in round 2. Valenzuela has an absolutely awful chin. He won't be able to hold up. Well, no chance. Cruz would just walk him down, get to where he wants to be, cut that ring off, bulk over big overhand, hurts with some big hooks as well. Every shot Cruz throws is with massive intent. The chin of Jose Valenzuela won't be able to deal with him, in my opinion. No chance he wins. People actually think Valenzuela will beat Cruz. No chance in that. Cruz is an absolute beast. Somehow Tank beat him. But yeah, Cruz is going to win. He's just going to beat him down to the body. Valenzuela will be dumb and just, then start defending to the body. And then Cruz will follow up top with a big shot. And Cruz will get him out of there. He's so easily hurt, Valenzuela. He's so easily hurt. There's just no way he wins. There's no way he wins this fight. I mean, the Edwin De Los Santos fight, he looked so poor. The Colbert fight, both of them, he looked poor even in the one that he won. And yeah, let's be real. There's no chance he beats Cruz. He's just gonna get bad. He's gonna get badly beat. He's gonna be badly knocked out, flat on his back, in my opinion. He's getting flatline KO'd. Cruz is gonna absolutely wreck this man. Honestly, it's not gonna end well for him. Pitbull will win. Okay, now we get to our main event: Terence Bud Crawford versus Israil the Dream Madrimov. This is a good fight. People are like, oh, Bud's gonna absolutely run through this man. He's not gonna absolutely run through him. I'm going with Bud to win though. That being said, Bud's gonna win the fight, but Madrimov's got that threat there though. Madrimov's a real threat in my opinion, 100%. Madrimov, he's got very good footwork. You know, he's got a good chin, puts his shots together really, really well, to be fair. He's accurate. Madrimov's really good, to be fair. He's a very good all-round boxer, and that power is there to hurt you as well. He's very unpredictable with his work as well, in my opinion. But, again, Bud Crawford's just different. And a big thing, though. Madrimov does so many things right, though. But the big thing that I noticed that he does wrong, and something that you really don't want to do against someone like Terence Crawford, is he lunges into his shots quite a bit and he can get caught. The last thing you want to do against someone like Terence Crawford, who's an absolutely bloody phenomenal counter puncher, you would hate to be leaning and lunging into your punches. That's what Madrimov does a bit, to be fair. And he's going to be there to be caught for Terence Crawford. He needs to adjust that, but I don't think he'll be able to. The habit will always be there for Madrimov, in my opinion. And Crawford will be able to get him out of there. I think Madrimov will be able to pick up rounds early. I think because Crawford is a slow starter as well, and Madrimov can box well early, especially as well. So I think Madrimov will probably be like 4-0 up after like the first 4 rounds, we'll say. Then, you know, Crawford will be having a look, finding his man out. Crawford will eventually be getting more accurate as the fight goes on, 100%. He'll find his range really well, and I think he'll end up being able to beat down Madrimov as the fight goes on, 100%. I think Crawford will be able to mix in a few knockdowns. He's just different. The accuracy and the speed of Crawford, it's just different in my opinion. The timing of the shots as well. They're the ones that hurt, the ones you don't see coming, the timing, the unpredictability, the angle changes that Crawford can do. Like Madrimov can do all that as well. Crawford just does it better than what everybody else does, though, and has different power to what everyone does in that super welterweight division. I picked Errol Spence Jr. against Crawford. I'm never picking against Crawford again. Crawford's winning this fight, not decision. I think he'll get Madrimov out of there late because Madrimov, he leans into the shots. I don't think it'll be too late, actually. I think round 7, Crawford will eventually find his man, and I think Crawford will eventually get Israil Madrimov out of there. Madrimov will have his moments early when Crawford starts, but I don't think he'll put Crawford in massive danger, though. Madrimov will be boxing well early. Crawford will find his man, though. And I don't think it will take him long to really find him out when he forces Madrimov into a fight, and then Madrimov, he'll lean into shots. Crawford will be able to move around with the ankle changes. He'll be able to catch Madrimov off guard. I think he'll drop him in the 5th. I think he'll come on strong in the 5th, Crawford. Then I think he'll end him in the 7th. That's what I'm saying. Terence Crawford wins this fight. There we go. There are all my predictions. Terence Crawford to win. That's what I'm saying in the main event. There we go. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, Keels. Speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace.